Okay. Hello, everyone. Good evening and good afternoon. Good morning to some of you. This is Ting the Blue Mermaid reporting, and we would like to welcome you to the what should we call this? The Magic Mike bonus feature, or the one that you missed. So we are happy to see you today, and I'm going to introduce myself. I've done that already, and so now I would like to start off by doing a couple of pieces for you. Chasing mermaid tails. Awaken, sirens sing secrets, tempt sailors, sail away. I sing not for you, but myself. Satisfy hidden locks open with my key. Waves lapping caress round their mounds, flicking tails, hypnotic whispers, feather spots behind scales, delightful underwater play. You may peek. Sailors thirst, voyeurs voyage far, seek longing. They will dream wet water visions, mermaid tale. Let us escape. Meet me on Palawan shores, blue ocean, Ting, the blue mermaid. Say my name, sailor, prince. You wish to speak my name? Mortal, this goddess shall grace your wish. Softly aspirate and add ing. Still stumbling? Ting. Tongue-tied? This won't do. How will you scream my name in worship? Let me school you. Feather the rim of the double cymbal, high top. Love me a drummer. Why get a single when you can have a double? Syncopate with me. My turn. Tss, tss, tss. Your turn. Tss, tss, tss. My turn. Tss, tss, tss. Hold breath. Sigh. Release. Ting. Your turn. Tss, tss, tss. Hold breath. Sigh. Release. Ting. Invoke my name 5 times. Crescendo, pianissimo to fortissimo. Ting, 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 ting. Bravo, my little guppy. You've been spelled. Every breath inhaled, you will exhale my name. Now, what else would you like me to school you in? Tonight, it is my great pleasure to bring you one of the forces of Magic Mike. We have in the house Mr. Lawin, the cunning linguist, Bulatao, hailing from the Philippines. He is an accomplished player of words, and tonight he shall tantalize you with his lovely verses. Enjoy.
Good evening. Welcome to the show. And there's quite a few stories to tell. As you know, Magic Mike will be about temptation and seduction and all these things. But here's the truth, right? Outside of porn, stories don't really begin with, he walked into the room and whipped his dick out. No, they don't. It usually starts a lot tamer than that. It usually starts in little spaces, seeing each other across the room, or in this case, across the Zoom. And that's where tonight's tale begins. This is called One Evening, a Zoom Call Ago. Okay. Waterfall of ebony. I want to dive right in. From an ocean away, I compute how many strokes it will take from Pacific to Atlantic to Channel to doorstep. My muscles cramp in the face of that equation. What would I do if I got there anyway? Say, hi, I was the guy on the other side of the monitor and I'm here now? May I have a glass of water? Maybe not water because I've just gone through a lot of that. Can I bother you instead for some oxygen? I'm quite out of breath and it's mostly your fault after all. But that's not going to happen. You're going to stay safe on your side of the screen. You're going to stay safe because I'm too scared, too unable to swim that far, too anxious the door won't open, too embarrassed at the idea of expiring on your porch with no passport except the postcard in my head of a waterfall of ebony, glimpsed for only a second. Okay, now, not everyone makes it from that first sighting all the way to home base. We know this, but a lot of us strike out. But there are those, the lucky few, who get all the way to yet another awkward moment called, the first awkward bath together. And it's a moment that's both elemental and elementary. It's when we start learning a person for the very first time. So let's celebrate it with a little pre-nursery rhyme. Rub-a-dub-dub, you and me in a tub. Isn't it so fucking dope how we don't really need soap to slip and slide and grind and grope? Just put peg A into slot B. This is as simple as can be. The bits of you that fit snugly, pair bonded to the bits of me. The heat rises quicker than the water. It's okay to come now. We can come again later. There's no records to break, no act to follow, no shadow to shake. Just the splish and the splash, the climb before joyful crack. As you hear the sound of Manila traffic outside. Okay, so, and then of course, if you get past that awkward first bath, you start getting a little cocky, a little confident, you start falling more and more for each other. And all of a sudden, this little transformation happens where everything the other one does is aphrodisiac. Everything he or she does feels like foreplay. Even the way she twirls her spaghetti. Oh, that nobody has ever twirled spaghetti as sexy as you. Right? And it's in where time just expands into endless nights. And everything quite in a very lovely manner just falls apart. And that's perfect because, well, this is of desire and deshabille. Consider this finger lights upon your lips, lights the flame that is your tongue. But it's my tongue too now. The end of me, the start of you are concepts too cumbersome to ponder, especially when your nails tractoring my chest provide a much more engaging argument. I answer in sign language, dancing southwards into your floodlands. We descend into deshabille with delight. Talk hard, touch soft, breathe me, let me find your heart through your lungs. Through every pore, we navigate blindly from wall to bed to floor. Appetite sharpens appetite. We feed the hunger deep into the night. We laugh at the sun as it checks in on us to see if we're done. But this night has just started. And we have just begun. And that being said, that beginning is also that point where we fling ourselves willingly into the abyss, seeking heaven in the falling. And you know what? Sometimes we find it. This is called the plunge. Just a moment. Okay. The plunge. She puts the negligible in negligee. Makes me want to lunge into her lingerie. The dots with our fingers, 1, 2, 3, 4, play. Move into, where should we put this? Hey, not there. What are you doing? Please don't stare. Close the lights. Okay, fine, maybe just dim it. Baby, all we need is you to keep the room lit. Come here, come close, come touch this. Tongue travels up her back, catches one more kiss. Bliss, short circuits, shyness, teeth with sweet sharpness bite into that pulse to the side of neck. Legs latch on to waist like there's no time to waste. You've had your taste, now dive in, drive in. We're open for business. Yes, yes, as the inches inch their way in through wetness. Slide, slip, are you okay? Shut up, just keep going. Oh, Jesus, fuck, yes. Impatient, she rises to meet me halfway. The waves of her crash into the tide of me. Tsunami of sheets and invocation, punctuate and annotate an incantation and invocation of percussion. The cushions fly, flail, fail to keep pace. We pick up the pace. Twist slightly to the side, she turns, wants to be astride. Ride, cowgirl, Valkyrie. Let me storm Valhalla. Our song summons thunder. Lightning passes between our lips, hips, grip and quiver, trigger. Chemical nuclear chain reaction, friction is fusion, supernova explosion, her passion and mine spill and pool onto the helpless sheets. Gasps, groans, prayers for oxygen, for heart not to burst. She says, stay right there, stay right there. I do. I do. I do.
I do.
Thank you very much.
Thank you so much for your set. So at this time, we are going to transition to, we're going to change the mood a little bit. Lawin, is it
Yes.
possible to do, to tell, since my dad and mom have no Otto Jimenez, and your dad, this is your dad's mate in during that horrible time. Would it be possible for you to read the first thing that you learned about love?
Oh, of course.
So,
No problem.
Papa, this is one
Yeah.
of my favorite pieces that Lawin does because it is really what it means to really love somebody. And so this is my request for tonight that was not part of the set. All right?
Okay.
Okay.
Thank-
All right. So, I guess what's important for Juliet and TK to know is that so my father was and is a very politically concerned, politically active person. Their passion is helping out the farmers. He's very much involved in developing land reform in the country. He's easily one of the Philippines' foremost authorities on it. But once upon a time, during Marcos' time, during the dictatorship, he was what would be called a dissenter, and this earned him a jail sentence. Okay, so he was a political detainee. That was all the way from 1982 to 1986, upon which, with the EDSA People Power Revolution, he was pardoned and allowed to be free and be with us again. Now, what I'm about to share with you happened before all of that. So this is called All I Know of Love. I learned in 1982. All I know of love can be contained in the image of two tongues stretched and straining to twine with each other through a barbed wire fence. This was me, 8 years old. Mother and father kiss for the first time since my dad was arrested at gunpoint for the manufactured crime of subversion. They had taken his glasses, his watch, his ribs, having tortured. Power always fails in the police. They had broken his glasses, his watch, his ribs, but not him. Nor could they break the perseverance of his wife, my mother. Not with their lies, not with their thinly veiled threats and supposedly clever sexist jokes. Maybe he just ran off with another woman, they said. They couldn't break her either. And all the dictatorship could do was stretch rusted barbed wire in between them. But what was plain for 8-year-old me to see that day was how love can and will always find a way. Thank you.
At this time, I would like, I know that I can tell my parents would like to respond. So Mom, Dad, do you have a response for Lawin?
Yeah, I think it's very moving and it's very graphic. I haven't been incarcerated myself, so I can only imagine what it's like. Already just having the whole apartment to ourselves, the two of us during this pandemic, we can feel so stifled. But it reminds us how much we take for granted and do not value as much the freedom to just move around outside our house into the city and also to travel. So that's something that I hope we can all learn from your dad's experience, Lawin.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Never-
I've had the pleasure of being able to watch the feature on your father's feature on Forgotten Heroes. Wow, that was an amazing story. You may not have been through incarceration, but you guys know so much more of this, and all respect for that. Thank you.
Yeah. And I was myself old enough, although I was born in 1940, but during the time that the Japanese occupied Singapore, and we lived, my aunts and my mother and my grandmother lived in terror in case it leaked out that my father was fighting with the Allies in England. So we know what fear and what oppression is like.
Yes.
Mom, would you like to respond?
I'm very touched by. I believe that we all need to celebrate life, and I thank you, Lawin, for being brave enough, courageous enough to, and your poetry, the way you use words they move me, and Camden has been talking. She's shared a lot about you, and we've been very excited to meet you like this, and even though I'm not used to Zooming, something that I'm quite. We're not tacky. We're not tech savvy.
Techies.
Yes. So, but from what you've shared, for me, you're actually celebrating life through poetry. That's how I feel, the celebration of life.
Yes.
And we need to, and the celebration of the freedom, that we have, in that sense. I'm moved to a point that words don't come very easily for me now.
No, thank you very much.
And Camden will tell you, I'm not one, mom's not mom, okay? Mom has got lots to say. Now TK has gone to the toilet.
Oh,
Bathroom break, that's okay.
Tea break.
Pee break.
Yeah. So we're very blessed to have this time, actually, Thank you for giving us this time.
it's our pleasure and our honor. Thank you. Likewise, Kemlyn has been sharing so much about you guys, and I think it's a mutual excitement to meet each other that we have. So yeah, thank you, Kemlyn, for this evening.
It wouldn't be possible if it wasn't for all of you and for this very special moment. One of the things about this pandemic is that we could all feel like there was so many bad things that have happened, so many lives have been lost, so many people have gotten sick. But if there is a gorgeous silver lining, it's the fact that I've met so many wonderful people who have helped me find new life. And so I'm grateful. I'm really grateful for this, and that I'm so proud of you, Mom and Dad, for learning how to do Zoom now, because it means that it doesn't matter if the pandemic persists. I can at least spend time with you and share my world with you a little bit better, because I need the Zoom room and the capabilities to share fully what I experience. So thank you for being courageous yourself and learning new things. Mom, you always said, oh, you cannot teach old dogs new tricks, but we've known that that's not the truth anymore. And you've proven that over and over.
Old dogs. We're just people. Hey.
Yeah, we're not dogs, we're people. Although we love our dogs in our family. We're
Sure.
dog people. So, all right. So this is a lovely segue for what I would like to do next. So a few years ago, it's about love. Tonight's about love of different colors and shades. And we're moving from romantic love to love of country. We've talked about love for our people. Now I want to talk about love for my parents. 3 years ago, I had one of the biggest frights of my life, next to nearly losing Julin, my sister. And while I'm so grateful that you have come across and that we are now on blessed and borrowed time with you, Pa. One of the loveliest things that came out was just before you fell sick and was hospitalized in coma, you wrote the swimming pool. And if I could pick one place in this world that I would rest and heal in, and that would be the swimming pool in Laguna Park, where you live. And that's where I love to swim. You know that. If I could be there, I would be there swimming with you now. But one of the magical things about the swimming pool is the fact that you have opened my eyes to the natural world. And that even in our urban swimming pool, there's so much to see. And that's because you have special supernatural glasses that you've given us, each one of your children. And so I couldn't help it. When you woke up from coma, one of the first things he told me is that, hey, I got a dream, I dreamt of King David's oasis. And that stuck in my head, and hence my response to the swimming pool was born. And tonight I have invited my dear friend Lawin to be the voice of your poem, and I will voice mine. and how we will share it together. So Lawin's going to do a feature called Share Screen, and then you will see the poem in front as well. Oh, I have to. Oh, I get to because I'm the host. Yay.
Yeah.
All right. I get to control. Yay, I'm in charge, Lawin. Yay.
Yes.
All right.
The swimming pool. Early morning, stroll past high-rise apartments, arrive at the pool. Happiness, have it all to myself. Eyes feasting on green palms, breadfruit trees, once instant transplants, now a mature 40. Cooing doves bowing in stately courtship, noisy, quarrelsome minus mingle with glossy black red-eyed starlings pecking at palm fruit. A flash of yellow, an oriole with 3-note bell-like call, perky little black. Just a moment. Okay. Perky little black and white magpie robin showing off his sweet 6-note melody. Chattering woodpecker, strident, hysterical call, warbling white-headed bulbul, solitary red jungle rooster, seeking territorial claim, staking territorial claim, hopes to attract a mate. Green parrots swoop by, opening fantails as they break onto palm trees. An oasis, a riot of shapes, colors, sounds, reminds me daily it is indeed a wonderful world. But our stewardship sucks. I pledge to make a difference.
King David's Oasis. 7:30, wet pavement from morning rain. Water is perfect. I am Queen of Sheba. Wild pigeons roosting upon a dreamscape with lush tame branches. 9-year-old memories, crushing neighborhood boys, preening ahues and aliens, plucking fruit de jeunesse, rich succulent for the biting, coupling for life and auspicious seed, double happiness. Ascot party, choir boy soprano resounds against the high-rise walls, mimic sounds of industry. Scream alarm, asking what will become of us. Tail soaked in rain, crowing, crying, fall on deaf ears, marking the final act majestically in the secret garden, flanked by construction, piling, scaffolds, a magical kingdom, fantastical. Avian cries fade into machines plundering to protect this oasis unlocked by father and king.
The swimming pool.
King David's Oasis.
Early morning,
7:30,
stroll past high-rise apartments.
wet pavements from morning rain.
Arrive at the pool.
Water is perfect.
Happiness, have it all to myself.
I am Queen of Sheba.
Eyes feasting on green
While pigeons roosting
palms, breadfruit trees, once
upon a dream.
instant transplants, now
A
a
scape with lush tame branches.
mature 40,
9-year-old dreams, memories,
cooing doves bowing in stately courtship,
crushing neighborhood boys,
noisy, quarrelsome minus mingle with
preening ahues and aliens,
glossy, black red-eyed starlings pecking
plucking fruit de jeunesse,
at palm fruit,
rich succulent for the biting,
a flash of yellow, and oriole
coupling for life,
with 3-note bell-like call,
and auspicious seed, double happiness,
perky, little black and white
Ascot party,
magpie robin showing off his
choir boy soprano,
sweet 6-note melody,
resounds against high-rise walls,
chattering woodpecker,
mimic sounds of industry,
strident, hysterical call,
scream alarm,
warbling white-headed bulbul,
asking what will become of us,
solitary red jungle rooster,
tail soaked in rain,
staking territorial claim,
crowing, crying,
hopes to attract a mate,
fall on deaf ears,
green parrots swoop by,
marking the final act,
opening fantails as they break
majestically
palm leaves,
in the secret garden.
an oasis, a riot of shapes, color, sounds,
Flanked by construction piling scaffolds.
reminds me daily it is indeed a wonderful world.
A magical kingdom, fantastical,
World,
fantastical.
but our stewardship sucks.
Avian cries fade into machines thundering
I pledge to make a difference.
to protect this oasis unlocked by Father and King.
Wow.
Very good.
So, Pa, what do you think? I mean, besides, wow, this is your poem.
Well, you both do a lot more to it than I could ever. The reading and the vocalization was really very touching.
This is like a dream I've wanted to fulfill, Papa. I wanted you to see it performed by one of the best voices that I know.
Yes, you do have a lovely voice, Lawin.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
So I would like to sing a song for you both. And I would like to dedicate it to you, Pa.
Yeah. Your mother has left for a while to charge her iPad. It's running
Oh
out.
no, poor mommy. I better wait for her. So we have to fill time because I want to wait for her or else she'll get very mad that I did this without her.
I can hear.
You can lah. All right lah. Then I will go lah. Okay. I see trees of green, red roses too. I see them bloom for me and you. And I think to myself, what a wonderful world. I see skies of blue and clouds of white, the bright blessed day, the dark sacred night, and I think to myself, what a wonderful world. The colors of the rainbow, so pretty in the sky, are also on the faces of people walking by. I see friends shaking hands, saying, how do you do? They're really saying, I love you. I hear babies cry. I watch them grow. They'll learn much more than I'll ever know. And I think to myself, what a wonderful world. Yes, I think to myself, what a wonderful world. Thank you, Pa, for opening my eyes to the wonderful world that is around us.
That was very, very well sung.
Thank you.
One of my favorite music.
So you probably won't hear it, but if you ever expire before me, it'll be sung in your funeral, okay? All right. So let's see. Lawin, what else did we have planned? I have to look at
Well,
my...
as I understand, TK and Juliet used to frequent the Philippines quite a bit way back in the IBM days.
Yes.
Yeah, And that's that's one of the places where, well, you guys were treated to Philippine music and Philippine musicians. And well, Kemlin asked me to do this little musical number for you guys tonight. So let's go. All right.
Oh, wait. I'm going to be playful. Pa, what song do you think I requested?
Oh, yeah, Filipino song.
Dahil sayo.
No,
Oh.
not Daya Sayo, the other one.
Anak.
You got it, you win the prize. Okay, so now Lawin can perform.
Please don't mind the dog because it's just a dog. Anyway, so. Nang isilang ka sa mundong ito, laking tuwa ng magulang mo, at ang kamay nila ay iyong ilaw. At ang nanay at tatay mo, di malaman ng gagawin, minamasdan pati pagtulog mo. At sa gabi, napupuyat ang iyong nanay sa pagtimpla ng gatas mo. At sa umaga na may kalong ka ng iyong amang tuwang-tuwa sa'yo. Ngayon ay malaki ka na, nais mong maging malaya, di man sila payag, walang magagawa. Ikaw nga'y biglang nagbago, naging matigas ang iyong ulo, at ang payo nila'y sinuway mo. Di mo man lang inisip na kanilang ginagawa'y para sa'yo. Pagkat ang nais mo'y masunod ang layaw mo, di mo sila pinapansin. Nagdaan pa ang mga araw at ang landas mo'y naligaw. Ikaw ay nalulong sa masamang bisyo. At ang una mong nilapitan, ang iyong inang lumuluha. At ang tanong, anak, ba't ka nagkaganyan? At ang iyong matay lumuluha, hindi mo napapansin. Pagsisisi at sa isip mo, nalaman mo, ika'y nagkamali. Pagsisisi at sa isip mo, nalaman mo, ika'y nagkamali. Pagsisisi at sa isip mo, nalaman mo, ika'y nagkamali.
Lawin.
Yes.
Lawin. I have been told that this song was composed during as a protest song against the dictatorship. Is that true? And in a nutshell, could you tell us what is the theme or what is the message from this song?
Well, it's a song essentially about the prodigal son.
Oh,
It's all about how much our parents love us and raise us and give us everything, and how it's somehow inevitable that in spite of all that, we rebel, we push back, we commit our sins, but it gives us hope, because at the end of it, in this case, the child comes home and realizes realizes all that he or she has done wrong.
well, we can certainly feel the passion that you put into your singing.
Thank you. Thank you,
I've
teacher.
heard this many times, but this is a very unique presentation.
Thank you.
Both Juliet and I have very fond memories of our visits to the Philippines, especially the warmth and the friendliness and the hospitality of the people that we meet. And you know, I always make this comparison in terms of superficial first impressions. Filipinos, Malaysians, and Indonesians are ethnically from the same group, right?
Yes, that's right.
But the impression that I have is when I visited the Philippines in the 1960s and 70s, there was certainly a lot of poverty. But yet, as I walked through the poorer parts of Tondo and the old city,
Yeah.
yet people still smile, they still appear happy, and they seem to enjoy life and know how to do it. Whereas when I visited Jakarta, I felt kind of unsafe. The people there were sullen and they stared at visitors. So there was no welcoming atmosphere.
Right.
Well,
Well,
our
yeah.
impression that Filipinos go way out to extend their welcome to people who visit the country.
Yes, that is true. In the same manner, I guess that's also why we have one of the more dispersed populations in the world. We have more than 10 million Filipinos across the planet. Yeah, and because we like getting along with people. We like adopting them, and we like getting adopted by them as well. It helps our resilience very much, I think.
They're very good musicians.
Yeah.
You, Lawin, did you hear that my mom gave you a compliment?
Oh,
I think you missed it.
I missed it. What was that?
I said that Filipinos are very good musicians.
Oh, yes, they are. I'm sorry not to be one of them, but I try very much.
Music is their soul.
Yeah.
Thank you. Yes, we do try. Thank you.
And we used to listen.
So, Lawin, I know you were doing a self-deprecating thing. However, one of the things, as artists and as poets and as musicians, one of the things that I look for in an artist is not always necessarily technical perfection, but integrity and being real. And just as you offered your music tonight and your poetry tonight, you are always present and real. And what you offer is always your very best. And so that kind of sincerity is what we see.
It's I am my father's son.
I
Yes,
wish you could meet him.
Is your dad still actively mobile and
Yes.
help?
Yes, he is. He is.
Say hello.
He's been battling a few sicknesses of aging recently, but you can't keep him down. He will insist on walking, on going out. He's during this lockdown, he's always in the garden. He's always picking weeds or cutting up stuff for his compost pile. If he's not doing that, he's working on his papers. he makes it a point to be a very busy man.
Yeah, send him our regards, please.
Yes, I will. Thank you, TK.
Is he a foodie like you?
Maybe not as complex as my tastes, but he loves bacon. He loves bacon. He loves chocolate and ice cream. And yeah, and he enjoys a good beer every so often. So yeah, he knows how to have some fun.
What about you? What do you like best about Filipino food?
Oh wow. Well, I think as a people we're massively talented. I mean, yes, there is the resilience and the endurance. I think we also have incredibly well developed self-defense mechanisms in terms of our humor. Yeah. I mean, these are things that I guess with all the foreign occupation, we had to learn how to get along. We had to learn how to get around. So we're not the most confrontational of people, but that makes us quite fun most of the time. So yeah, and that's for the people. As for the place itself, what's not to love? We have some of the best beaches on the planet. Our mountains are climbable. They're not forbidding like the Himalayas. And well,
The
our
food,
food's-
Lawin. The
Yeah.
food. We want to know the food.
food's quite good. Our food's quite good.
Lechon.
Lechon.
Oh yeah, definitely lechon.
We all like
Yes, I can still remember really enjoying a good bagung and an alimasag. So yum. Kamayan was probably like my favorite like experience eating. Yes.
Good enough.
Yeah.
Yeah, actually, well, just to share, prior to the pandemic, I would actually be in Singapore easily 3 times a year, 3, 4 times a year, mostly on business. So, well, who knows if travel restrictions lift, maybe I can drop by. I do miss curry puffs and Hainan chicken and nonya and kaya toast and all of that.
And if you're lucky enough, you might get invited to the kitchen and the table of Juliet.
Oh my God.
True.
That would
Yes.
be
Yes.
a
Only for a select VIP you ever get to eat.
One of my most memorable
poppy.
Popiah.
Yes.
Yeah, it's a popiah.
So
Yeah.
amazing. Yeah.
Juliet makes very good popiah.
Yeah.
You call it lumpia, right?
Yes, we do.
One of my favorite memories of food in the Philippines is when I visited a friend in Cavite, and he took us to the oyster farms and bought us a big sack of oysters, talapa.
Yeah.
And he somehow found a kerosene tin.
Yeah.
We went to the beach, filled the kerosene tin with water, built a fire, and then dumped all the oysters in there. Just blanched them so that they could be easily opened.
Yeah.
We had vinegar, lime juice, and the little hot spicy chili. What do you call them?
Labuyo. Sili. Yes.
Chili, yeah. And then we just sat down with a case of beer and the whole afternoon
Oh, that's the best.
oysters and beer. Wow, that was very good.
I am so sad I missed it. You know how much I love oysters.
Yeah.
Ah,
And then another favorite dish of mine is pinakbet.
Oh, okay. Nice.
I I just like the mix of vegetables, especially the bitter gourd. It's
Yeah.
like
Yes.
very nice.
Pinakbet. Wow. Well, I myself don't cook it, but in our house we have pretty good pinakbet. So yeah.
So I hear that the a potential of a food cultural exchange happening.
Yeah, for sure.
I look forward to when we can have that day that we can do that. That would be such a joy.
Okay. Thank you.
Where
I
where in the
know.
you live, Lawin?
In right now we live in Pasig,
Okay.
in this suburb area called Valle Verde. It's
Uh-huh.
a gated community called Valle Verde.
Is Pasig on the way from the city to the airport?
It can be, depending on where you're coming from.
No, I'm talking about the
uh,
old city along the Rojas.
It's wait, 2 cities away. Yeah. So I'm in Pasig City.
Uh-huh.
To get to the airport, you will have to go through Makati City and
Mhm.
then Pasay City, which is where the airport is.
Oh, I thought if you went along Rojas and you went to the end of the Rojas, then you turn inland. Around there is where Pasig is. So maybe I was wrong. Huh?
Oh, that would be Pasay.
Oh,
TK.
Pasay. Okay.
Yes.
Pasay, not Pasig.
All right.
So are you still recording or are we
Oh
off
no,
the
I'm still recording. But would you what I'll do is I will finish the set that I wanted to do, and then we can chat some more if we have time, okay?
All right. Okay.
All right. So let's see. Let me spotlight myself. Oh, Lawin, are you still is the spotlight on me?
Now
Okay.
it's on you.
All right, thank you. So you had asked for a translation for anak, so I'm going to use that as my segue into my set. Anak, child, the day you were born to this world, your parents were full of joy, and their arms are your light. And your mother and father worry and don't know what to do, watch over you even in your sleep. And in the night, a sleepless night, your mother is still awake to prepare your milk. And in the morning, you are in the lap of your father, who is so joyful because of you. Now you are all grown. You desire to be independent, even if your parents forbid, they can't stop you. Isn't it you that changed a lot, disobeyed them, remained stubborn, and you did not follow their advice? You did not take the time to think about all the things they've done for you. You desire only what is pleasurable, you just ignored them. And the days have passed and you took a wrong turn in life. You are imprisoned in a horrible vice. And you approach your dear crying mother and she asks, child, anak, what happened to you? And your eyes immediately shed tears without you noticing. You are regretful and realize that you were at fault. Mom, Dad, I've put you through hell and back. That's why the song means so much to me, because I knew what it was about. And it was
Okay.
my story. But I'm so glad that stories sometimes have happier endings, and you are witnessing the happier parts of my life, and I couldn't do it without you. So here is my 2 pieces, one written in April this year for Singapore Poetry Writing Month. And then this one, the other one was written yesterday. In the beginning was the Word breathed on me. I am the resurrection. This is the testament of my transformation. Hero, April 2021. I want to be me, but who is she? Don't want to be blind, lost in darkness. Wake up, queen bee. Don't be a drone. Buzz, busting your best, strut down red carpets, diamonds, crown hair, dazzling fairest one. Be beautiful, be fabulous, be magnificent, be benevolent to myself. Save the damsel. I ride the white horse. I brandish the sword. I climb the high tower. I kiss myself on the lips. I wake myself from darkness. I want to be the hero of my own fairy tale. I want to love me. Hero Rising, August 2021. I am me. I am the phoenix rising. I emerge from my cocoon. I am butterfly. I am mermaid. I don my blue gown. I glitter, bedazzle my satin sash. I crown myself with laurels. I dare to dream dreams. I quest for my grail. I tell my own story. I slay dragons. I kiss my fears goodbye. I am the hero. I am the princess of my own fairy tale. I am loving me. I join forces. I form alliances. I find my tribe. We dream dreams into reality. We envision new worlds. We speak our truths. We cry unicorn tears. We shout till the walls come down. We sing songs of healing. We fight the monsters. We bind one another's wounds. We leave no one behind. We are kings and queens. We love our princes and princesses. We are lovable. We are capable. We are valuable. We are able to usher in a new kingdom. My loves, let's build the church. Thank you, everyone, and have a good night.
Good night.
No, don't, stop.